Welcome to a special presentation of the NBA on Christmas Day here on 2K Sports. We want to wish each and every one of you a Merry Christmas. And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniels. Rudy Gobert is out there with Randall, and it's Conley in at the point guard position. And for Dallas, at one forward, Thompson. At the other forward, Washington. The star backcourt, Doncic and Irving are the guard set. And it's Lively in at the 5 down low. Well, Clark, it may not be for everyone, but we have a great defensive matchup this evening in this one.
Well, I'll tell you what, it is for me, Kevin. I mean, I like to see defense take center stage sometimes. I love when teams get after it and make it hard for each other to score. And if you're a basketball purist, this is must-watch TV.
And finished off by McDaniel.
Making the save, McDaniel secures the rock and gets the second chance look.
Conley against Doncic. Thompson outside. In the corner, Irving with it. Knocks it loose. It's stolen by Gobert. And now here comes Conley leading the break. Pass to McDaniels. Randall against Washington. Randall with the bucket.
And the defense cannot underestimate Randall's strength. Pushes right through the contact and gets the shot.
Now here's Doncic. Coming in off a 21-point game, his last outing. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Anthony Edwards. That's his first foul. Just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Cans it from downtown.
You know, if Luka wants the three-point shot, he just takes it. No hesitation.
There's always a surprise, isn't there, Clark, in the offseason? Let's go back to 2022. That offseason, the Timberwolves going all in on Rudy Gobert.
Basically, Kevin, they traded 5 firsts plus a bunch of good players for Gobert. It was derided at the time, and I can understand why, but Rudy's defense has taken them to another level, and he's actually been a little better offensively than people thought he would be.
Here's Thompson following the 3 by Minnesota.
Boy, he's got to be disappointed in the result there. I mean, the defender really didn't make any impact at all.
We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Thompson against McDaniel. Shot clock at 6. Gobert with a screen for McDaniel. Lets it go. Outside for Randall. From outside, off the mark.
Boy, I'm absolutely shocked he didn't get that one to go. Usually he's money from deep.
Irving against Conley. Irving passes to Washington. Lively a screen on Gobert. Doncic. Lively, that's good.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now here's Gobert. Scheming at 12. Here's Edwards. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
Edwards just doesn't allow defenders to bottle him up. Great focus and persistence.
Conley against Doncic. And they double up Doncic. And it's Washington missing. Timberwolves leading by 4. Conley, the pass to Gobert. Pass to Edwards. Got a hand on it.
When Lively's on you like this, with all his size and length, it's hard to get a shot off on it.
Stolen by McDaniels. Randall surveying the D. Here is Conley. Now here's Edwards. His last outing, he had 18 points. The offensive rebound. 3-pointer. And Conley gets it to go. The assist from Edwards.
Nice to see Conley receive the dime for once. He's normally the one dropping dimes.
Pass to Washington. Irving against Edwards. Over in the corner, Doncic. And again, the turnover by the Mavericks. And as we're reaching the end of the calendar year, here's a great chance to delve into the updated power rankings. Taking a look at Minnesota, they lose the top spot, taking a step back now to number 2.
And when I look at Dallas, they've claimed the top spot because they've earned it. Some people say they're playing above their heads. I think we're just starting to realize how good this team is.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Daniel Gafford's checked in for Jarek Lively. Najee Marshall comes in for Thompson. And it's Quentin Grimes in for Kyrie Irving. Joe Ingles, he's checked in for Dillingham. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. Take a look at the Mavericks. They've been in peak form as we've watched them play some tremendous basketball with an eye toward the postseason. Of course, there's the Timberwolves, right on their heels and with their sights set on gaining ground.
And, you know, for the Mavericks, they had a few critics coming into the season, and now I don't think they have any. This is a club ready to not only make a deep run, but possibly win it all.
They do have the pieces in place for a title run, but the competition in the playoffs will be stiff.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
Now, here's Reed. They've been leaning on him for a decent chunk of their offense. He's averaging over 15 points a game. When Naz Reed is out there, Clark, spacing the floor is a real asset for him.
For sure, and, you know, he really puts a lot of pressure on the defense because he can score from anywhere on the floor, and he's got great size and strength. And he does the little things, too. I mean, you look at his points and rebounds, but this guy gets deflections. He goes after loose balls. He gets you extra possessions on the glass. He steps in and takes charge. I mean, he does all the little and big things.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, thank you very much. Jaden McDaniels has become an X factor for the Wolves. Mike Conley says we know what he does defensively, but the offense that he can bring for us balances our unit. It's much needed. Guys tend not to think of him as an offensive player, but he does have that in his game. Kevin?
But I love the reference to an X factor. He definitely is that. All right, David, thank you. Randall with the ball. He's picked up by Doncic from 6 away. Here's Alexander Walker. And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession. And the Mavericks making a change here. Kleba's checked in. Minnesota also with the sub. Ingles is checked in. .35 seconds left in the first quarter. There's the three. Mavericks with the rebound. Last time they came together was in Minnesota, where they felled the Wolves.
Yeah, and their last time out against this club, turnovers really did them in. Just way too many mistakes.
Yeah, sloppy play sabotage. I mean, they'll have to be much more focused this time around.
Grimes with the bucket. 11 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's DiVincenzo. It's deflected. Gafford with the steal. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. And you have to credit their defense for the job they've been doing against Irving. Kyrie's been almost invisible out there, and we don't say that very often. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And we welcome you back to NBA action, a great tradition, Christmas Day basketball, here on 2K Sports. And let's get your guys' take now on the hustle stats for Minnesota.
Well, you know, they've been aggressive on the defensive end, and it's paying off for them. Quite a few takeaways for them in the early going.
And so far, just a great job forcing turnovers and creating opportunities in the open floor. The defense at the heart of that.
And so in the game for the Timberwolves, Dante DiVincenzo. He's out there with Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Then it's Naz Reid. Then there's McDaniels, and it's Ingles in at the power forward position. And you know, Clark, you look at the switch the Mavericks hit last year. This is a team that has certainly bought in.
It's pretty clear, Kevin. They believe in their coach, and they know they can make it to the finals now. They look to empower one another. They play as more than the sum of their parts, that's for sure. A well-oiled, cohesive group.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
And that's a good place to start if you're going to try to find your way back into this game. Get to work on the glass.
Good work there as it goes.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
Now here's DiVincenzo. Hasn't made one yet. The shot by McDaniels, no good. Mavericks trail by 6. Dinwiddie outside. Marshall dishes to Irving. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Clark, Kyrie Irving has got to be as skilled a player as we've seen in the NBA.
Well, I tell you what, I don't know if I've ever seen a better layup maker than him. And I played against Isaiah Thomas and read about Nate Archibald and some of the other great small ball guards. But, man, this kid, Kyrie Irving, well, young man now, 50, 40, 90 on a season. And a lot of times he's making acrobatic layups against 6'9", and 7-foot guys. Special.
Miller's checked in for McDaniels. Both free throws good for Irving. Drawing fouls, Clark getting to the line, all part of the game, but you think players try and draw fouls too often now?
I do in some cases, but I think it's more on an individual basis. I mean, players have to do what they need to do to try to score the ball. But I don't think anybody likes, 1, guys flopping to draw fouls, and then 2, whining when fouls aren't called.
Quarter number 2, we're about 2 minutes in. Pass to Grimes. Now Gafford. Here's Irving, just 5 to shoot. Here's Alexander Walker. The shot's good on the assist by Engel. And it's an 8-point Minnesota lead.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
Now, here is Irving. Playing Portland, he was nearly unstoppable. Dallas, no good that time either. And so it's Ingles with it. He brings it up for Minnesota. Miller kicks to DiVincenzo. Here's Alexander Walker. Sinks the three-pointer. Alexander Walker's got the lead up to 11 now for the Timberwolves. And Jason Kidd is called timeout. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Rudy Gobert comes in for Miller. And Anthony Edwards subbed in for Joe Ingles. Now, here's Doncic. He's got 5. Lively a screen on DiVincenzo. And it's Doncic missing.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Edwards looking it over. Bursting off the floor. Edwards hammers it down.
And we all know how explosive Edwards can be, reminding us there with that thunderous slam.
And here is Doncic. Opponents have had no luck trying to contain him. He's averaging a staggering 34 points a game. Pass to Alexander Walker. And he goes in for the dunk.
Unselfish. As somebody who already draws a lot of defensive attention, Edwards has to be willing to make that next pass.
Washington sets the pick for Doncic. They could use a bucket. The 3-ball from Doncic.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Thompson against Edwards. The high post shot. And Lively pulls it down. Mavericks trail by 12. Greg, this is some kind of note. Last year, Minnesota, for just the second time, had ever won a series in the postseason.
Yeah, they've been bounced in the first round 10 of 12 appearances. But last year's team was different. Their elite defense fueled the conference finals run. Arguably the smoothest jumper in the game, Klay Thompson.
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. He wants to regroup and go over the strategy. Irving's checked in for Dallas. Timberwolves also changing it up. Randall's checked in for Reed. McDaniels comes in for Alexander Walker. And it's Conley in for Dante DiVincenzo. Minnesota leading by 9. 1:14 left in the first half. Conley with it. He's picked up by Doncic. No one near Randall as he lets it go. Fires the three. And Gobert kicks to McDaniels. And it's blocked. Irving with the ball. He's a guy that can score, no doubt, averaging over 25 points a game. And Clark, it's hard to compare Luka Doncic to any other player we've seen before.
I would certainly agree with that. Ditto to that, Kevin, because he is unique. His pace is never hurried. He never gets rattled. He complains to officials a little bit more than I'd like to see, but he's strong, he's got great touch and feel, and he scores at all three levels, and he's a brilliant passer.
And really, Clark, Luka Doncic is a one-man wrecking crew on the offensive end of the floor.
Yeah, he really is. I mean, he's special. His IQ, his size, the way he can make shots against tough defense. He's got the lean back. He's got the crafty moves. And I think he's a lot stronger and a little more athletic than people give him credit for being. I mean, without a doubt, he's one of the most unique and best players that we've seen in the game.
Three-pointer, Randall. Traps in the tray. Randall's got 5.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Now, here's Doncic. He's got 10. Lively finds Doncic. Forcing his way inside. Doncic.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
And here's Edwards from the arc. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
And so it's Minnesota. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. Right back after this break.
And with All-Star Weekend approaching quickly, here's an update on how the dunk contest contenders are shaping up. And just to throw you guys a little curveball here, what's your take on the alternate floor designs teams are using these days?
It's different, that's for sure. Now, if you're watching TV, you know, it jumps out at you. But the players on the court don't even notice it.
That's because you're always looking up at everybody, Kenny. Always knew what the floor looked like.
And let's talk now about the game we've been watching. What a terrific first half for the Timberwolves.
Their three-point shooting, wow. I didn't get a math degree, but I didn't go to Shaq University either. I do know a little thing about threes.
Yeah, Kenny, I heard you applied to Shaq University. Denied.
And that is it for halftime, folks. It is back to Kevin Harlan and the crew for the second half.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You have to like what you're seeing from Luka Doncic.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of it.
Here is Edwards. Washington and Lively hold down the post for him. Irving on the wing along with Thompson. And it's Doncic in at the 1. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Jason Kidd. And that one, good.
And with the way he can rise, Edwards able to get that shot off anytime.
Here's Doncic. Misses from close range.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play. So Doncic will go to the free throw line. Michael Conley picks one up. To the surprise of some, Derek Lively made an immediate impact as a rookie.
Count me amongst those folks, Kevin. I saw him in college, and I liked his potential, and I thought it would take a while longer for him to have an impact, but boy, he has exceeded expectations in a big way. And because of his shot blocking and energy, running the floor, rim running, and the like, he's earned himself some nice minutes as a contributing player. Luka Doncic is a do-it-all player. I mean, he does everything for this team, including being a walking triple-double threat on a game-by-game basis.
Edwards, good.
Boy, he's cooking with grease. He's got things flaming up, looking for an opportunity every time down the floor when he's that hot.
And they double up Doncic. And a wide-open hook for Irving. Drains it from beyond the arc. Irving's got it back down to single digits for the Mavs. Edwards against Irving. Fades and shoots. Good on the bucket. Edwards got 6 in the quarter.
They found a nice groove in this half, starting out 3 for 4.
And Jason Kidd is called timeout. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. Here we get a moment to view the league's highest scoring teams. 5th, the Mavericks.
And how about the year they've had offensively? This is a team that can put points on the board in a hurry. Always fun to watch them play.
And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Thompson from long range. Randall grabs the board.
Sometimes it's more about what the defense is doing. On that possession, they were all over him on the perimeter.
And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, the NBA has split its draft into 2 days. The league's executive VP and head of operations, Joe Dumars, says rosters have expanded and you're seeing a larger influx in talent, a lot of times from the second round. This format will do justice to those slept-on players. Kevin?
Yeah, good stuff, D.A. Some Hall of Famers from that second round, for sure. And so Doncic will bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. They trail by 9 points. Thompson passes to Lively. And finished off by Lively.
Climbing the ladder, going upstairs. Lively, he doesn't have to go far to flush it.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Well, we know, GA, the Mavs are so adept at running the matchups they want. They're patient and methodical.
They never look like they're in a rush, right? Even when you send a double or trap the ball, the Mavs stay calm and know where to go. It's what makes slowing down their pick and roll so difficult.
A shot by Thompson and no one's around. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Thompson's got 6.
I really believe we can go ahead now and lock Klay Thompson in on the short list of the greatest pull-up shooters in the NBA, and we might be talking the all-time list here.
Baseline try. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Timberwolves leading by 6. Outside Conley. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's on Luka Doncic.
Yeah, he's one of the last quintessential pure point guards. Mike Conley, steady as they come, looks for others first. He wants to make passes before he scores. He's a guy you love to have as a teammate.
Clark, if you had one word to describe Mike Conley, what would it be?
Reliable, steadfast, dependable. And I know that's 3, but I wanted to give you 3 different words I could use to describe him. Only 2 seasons in his whole career has he not played at least 50 games. That speaks to durability and professionalism.
Irving for 3. Conley grabs the miss. For Minnesota, they've gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. Randall with the bucket.
You know, it's encouraging to see Randall working on this shot. You can tell he wants to get better from there.
And Jason Kidd is called timeout. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with this team. And some changes here for the Mavericks. Marshall, he's checked in for P.J. Washington. And it's Quentin Grimes in for Irving. Minnesota also making some changes. Joe Ingles, he's checked in for McDaniels. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Mike Conley. And it's Doncic missing.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
DiVincenzo against Doncic. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That's foul number 2 for him. The NBA has always been a star-driven league, Greg, and that's reflected in team strategies now more than ever before.
It is. All over the league, teams now building their systems around their stars, surrounding them with complementary players and running the offense through them as much as possible.
And DiVincenzo able to stretch the floor, spread the defense out, especially with how accurate he is from deep.
DiVincenzo against Doncic. Here's Grimes. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Doncic kicks to Marshall. That one's off, still out of sync. Timberwolves leading by 13. Pass to Reed. Luka Doncic grabs the miss. Dallas has gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. Thompson outside, wide open. The shot's good on the assist by Doncic. Doncic has got 4 assists in the game.
Well, that's exactly the guy you want to set up. I mean, Klay Thompson feels like every shot he takes is going in.
Ingles with the screen for DiVincenzo. And the shot no good, a bit short.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
Out to Thompson, three-pointer. Thompson with the 3. Minnesota's gotten the three-point shot off 16 times tonight. 7 times they've hit it, 9 times they've missed. From 11 feet away. Good as the jump shot falls. Randall's got 4 points now in the quarter.
You know, in that first half, a lot more three-point shooting. Since then, though, they've dialed it back.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Lively. And the shot goes in. Lively's got 6 points.
And not relying at all on the three-point shot. They may want to rethink about stretching the defense a bit like they did in that first half.
Fires from deep. Reed gets the bucket. And the Timberwolves lead by 11.
This is a big part of Reed's value. I mean, he's proficient from deep, and he's got a quick trigger, too.
Here's Doncic. Pass to Lively. Here's Grimes. On the wing, Doncic. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's Minnesota holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. We've got more in store for you right after this. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. And a look at the 5 for the Timberwolves to start the 4th. Nickeil Alexander-Walker out there with Joe Ingles. Then there's Dante DiVincenzo. Then there's Reed. And it's Shannon in at the 2-guard spot. Count that one. And the Timberwolves lead has been cut down now to just 9 in the basket from Washington.
Operating the pick and roll like a surgeon. What a sequence by Kyrie.
Now, Alexander Walker. And the call will be against Najee Marshall. That is his first foul of the game.
Now into the lineup for the Timberwolves. Lineup, P.J. Dozier.
A 3 off the inbound. And that one is off. Dallas has gotten the 3-point bug tonight. They've taken 15 shots outside the arc. 6 of 15. Irving against DiVincenzo. Irving passes to Grimes. 6 to shoot. Irving against DiVincenzo. They grab their own miss. Tries again. Gafford misses.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Pass to Minot. Out of bounds. Dallas will take possession. Here's a look at the schedule now for Dallas. On Friday, they'll go up against Devin Booker and the Phoenix Suns. And then on Saturday, they'll go up against the Trailblazers in Portland.
Well, these guys, without a doubt, are oozing with confidence. I mean, they've been playing well at home. They've played well away from home, so they're going to be tough to contend with moving forward.
And with that shot, the Minnesota lead is cut down now to just 7 on the bucket from Irving.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. And that timeout by Coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here. And the Mavericks making a change here. Thompson's checked in. Joe Ingles, he's checked in for Minnesota. Edwards comes in for Dillingham. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
I was able to listen in on what Chris Finch told the team. Now, they've been happy with the way the team is shooting. He reminded players to keep taking those threes, that they've had some clean looks. When that 3 goes in, it's always a welcome sight. Guys?
Okay, David, thanks. And Edwards drops them both. And you see, don't you, Clark, the steady progression year over year for Anthony Edwards.
Well, he's already an all-star since his 3rd season. With Edwards, the chance is there, if he continues to show the same improvement he's shown thus far, that he's going to be MVP caliber, and I dare say, perhaps the face of the league for several years to come. You know, I like how Irving also keeps the defense guessing, keeps them off balance, and he's so crafty and creative around the basket.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
Well, you know, they've been tremendous, I think, when it comes to sharing the basketball. You know, getting guys involved on the plays and creating offensive opportunities for everybody. Equal opportunity offense is fun to watch.
And they've also been steady from the 3-point line and doing a good job creating room for their shooters and then converting.
Alexander Walker with the ball. That's the 6th make from the field. He's taken 9 shots and missed but 3. And they're staring at a sizable deficit.
And still within reach, though, that they don't have to rush things.
Irving kicks to Marshall. Pass to Washington. Dallas moving it around. Here's Irving. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Well, Irving takes advantage of any mistakes defenders make, so you've got to recognize how crafty he is.
The first one falls.
Even though they're down, they are putting on a show
at the free throw line.
Yeah, they're making the most of their opportunities at the stripe, and they'll need to keep it up to take the lead.
Minnesota making a switch here. Gobert, he's checked in for Reed. Julius Randle comes in for Joe Ingles. McDaniels, he's checked in for Alexander Walker. And it's Mike Conley in for Dante DiVincenzo. Outside Edwards. And Thompson sends it back.
So disruptive. Thompson's defensive instincts are off the charts.
You gotta love strong defense, especially when it comes in the form of harsh rejections. Wow.
That's exactly what a team needs when they're playing from behind. Energetic defense.
Six on the shot clock. Here's Edwards. It's rebounded by Dallas. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. Irving dishes to Thompson. Washington kicks to Irving. Back to Washington. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Julius Randle picks one up.
That's what you like about Washington. Never in a rush. Takes his time. Gets the defender to react.
Washington taking 2 shots.
That one is off. A different look for Dallas. Derek Lively comes in for Daniel Gafford. And Doncic is subbed in for Marshall. And he's good on the second.
A dependable stretch for Washington is also somebody who continues to look to improve every year in the league.
Inside, McDaniels. Another shot, and he sinks the layup. And the Timberwolves lead by 8.
Though the lead is theirs right now, they haven't been as aggressive on the offensive boards this half. Kind of puzzling, really.
Conley against Doncic. Impressive work inside from Doncic.
Even for Doncic, this is a big night in the scoring column, giving his fans their money's worth and then some.
Here's Edwards. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
No good on that one.
So much confidence coming from Anthony Edwards. You can just see it. This is a guy who knows he belongs in the league and is hungry to be great.
He hits the second from the line. Here's Doncic. Thompson outside, fires the three. Randle grabs the board.
You know, the ill-advised threes isn't how you want to close the gap. You've got to have better shot selection.
Mavericks trail by 7. Doncic passes to Irving. Thompson outside. Now here's Doncic. Doncic showing his strength.
Doncic not afraid of the moment, actually embraces the spotlight. This guy steps up big when needed most.
Here's Edwards, and it's good off the back of the rim and in. Edwards got 11 points here in just the second half. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for Dallas. On the wing, Irving. Back to Doncic. And he makes good on the layup. Doncic has got 6 points in the quarter.
No fear or hesitation in the eyes of Doncic. He loves the chance to take and make these big ones.
Pulls it from the elbow. Bounces high off the rim and drops.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Doncic passes to Lively. The shot will not fall. Gobert with the defensive effort. Doncic against Edwards. For the three. That's down the hatch. Notch one more to his total. That's 9 for 15 shooting.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback diminished.
Pass to Lively. And the call will be against Derek Lively.
Lively.
That's foul number 2 for him.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
And not afraid to put his body on the line either. He took a shot for the team in that situation.
There's 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And guys, they can just sit on the ball here if they want to.
They have earned this win.
Outside Edwards. And so it's the Timberwolves taking care of business here. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much. Rudy, what did the bench do to help you get this win tonight?
They've been huge. You know, they brought us back in the game, and everyone contributed. You know, it wasn't an easy night for us at the beginning, but we kept fighting, and it's a big win for us.
And I'm sure you want to keep it going, man. Congrats. Back to you guys.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. But as we go, let's take a look at our player of the game, Anthony Edwards.